The 1-1. Wong, a drive.
Ooh.
Is it fair?
Yes!
Ooh. They tied it in the bottom of the ninth.
Yes!
In the 10th.
Where's the water? Where's the Gatorade? Hey! Yes! Oh! Woo!
With the duties.
Good morning, Cardinals fans, and all the sad Cubs fans too, but they hate us again, so I think I've recovered enough from yesterday's game to talk about it, but I'm not gonna lie, it took me a little bit. I also want to acknowledge that while recording this, there's still sort of this dark cloud hanging over this and last night's game and everything that has to do with the St. Louis Cardinals, as we're awaiting word on a potentially serious injury to Yadier Molina. Now, there's a lot out there about it right now that doesn't really say anything, just that he was hurt, it could be serious, no one really knows. And that's where we're going to leave it. Because there is a game to talk about. It was an exciting one. And unless you're new here, you know that the way it ended was pretty special to your girl right here. As a founding member of the Kolten Wong fan club, listen, I know it's been a struggle, and I'm not above acknowledging when Kolten's playing poorly, which he has a lot to start this season. I'm also not above a little bit of gloating when he does things like walk it off against the Cubs. I mean, at this point, the Kolten Wong thing is basically my hashtag brand, so thanks, Kolten, for helping me out with a little walk-off boost there. But there was a lot more that happened yesterday than just that glorious moment. So let's take a step back and I'll try to recap the highlights for you. Okay, so Luke Weaver. The pitching line looks pretty bad. 4 innings, 4 runs on 6 hits and a walk. But I don't think he pitched as badly as the line looks. Outside of that second inning, Luke was able to weave in and out of trouble just like normal, with maybe a few less strikeouts. That second inning, though, just sort of snowballed. A fly ball that Tommy Pham might have caught if he wasn't sort of secretly nursing a groin injury of his own was the first of 3 consecutive singles. But after that, it was all weak, soft contact. Dribbling grounders, fly balls off the end of the bat. They didn't hit anything well, and the pitches that they hit weren't necessarily bad. Weaver just got babbipped, and that ruined his day. But fortunately, the Cardinals finally remembered how to score some runs for themselves. A sloppy defensive inning from the Cubs in the 4th gave the Cardinals a few chances to turn back-to-back walks and a hit by pitch into runs. And they did just that, tying it all up at 4 apiece. Thanks, Kyle Schwarber. The challenge became deciding who would pitch the remaining 5 innings for the Cardinals because they'd sort of sent all their long reliever types back to Memphis. So first up, it was Ryan Sheriff, just back off of the DL, who made quick work of the Cubs in the 5th inning. But in an interesting choice, he went back out for a 2nd inning. Not ideal, especially considering the 8-man bullpen that they have. 9 technically, but that's only because they didn't have time to swap Dominic Leone for an actual useful player. It was only a matter of time before Javi Baez did something special in this series. And it happened against Ryan Sheriff. Using one of his best golf swings to pick up a pitch almost off the dirt, Baez lifted one out over Ozuna's head, and the Cubs took the lead again. Matt Bowman, who entered the game at the beginning of an inning with nobody on base, which I think has to break like all the Matt Bowman rules ever, also gave up a solo homer, and the Cubs once again had a 2-run lead. I won't lie, it was 6-4 at that point, and I kind of felt like this game was becoming what Cubs-Cardinals games have been over the last few years. Close, but not really. Especially when Cardinals players are dropping like flies. Dominic Leone the day before, Tommy Pham, and Yadier Molina both had exited at that point in the game yesterday. Now, this game almost ended in the bottom of the 9th when Harrison Bader, Jose Martínez, and Marcell Ozuna teamed up to tie this thing up again at 6. And then Dexter Fowler gave one a ride out to right field and everyone thought it was over, but it wasn't. Just kidding, let's play more extra innings, because that's what the Cardinals needed with a short bench. And in case you thought what Kolten Wong was about to do was Cardinals devil magic, no. Because after losing Leone to bicep cramping that actually turned out to be a nerve issue, and losing Tommy Pham to a re-aggravated groin issue, and losing Yadier Molina to a new and possibly very serious groin issue, Bud Norris, the one and only closer option, came into the game and then left with his own arm issue. Definitely can't be devil magic. Thankfully though, Kolten Wong was about to make us forget about all of those things. Literally, I had to look up what happened before the home run to make it a 2-run homer because I had no idea. Paul DeJong walked. That's what happened. And then Kolten Wong, in all his little Hawaiian glory, destroyed a baseball that stayed just fair of the right field foul pole to send everyone home on a walk-off, and then Kolten got doused with not 1, but 3 Gatorade showers. Actually, I think the first one missed him. If you go back and watch the tape, Greg Garcia doused Adam Wainwright, who got in the way, and they missed Kolten on the first attempt. Don't worry, Marcell Ozuna and Dexter Fowler came in to make up for it later. Whew. Now, the Cardinals might have gotten lucky a time or 2 in that game. They also were pretty unlucky a time or 7 in that game. But the short bench, for example, meant that Carlos Martínez came out to pinch hit at one point instead of Jed Jerko. But I'm telling you, this team feels different. And it's guys like Wong and Fowler and Ozuna and Martínez who are leading the charge. There's a fight in these guys, and I like it. And to think, I thought Mike Matheny bringing his dog Thor to the park was going to be the highlight of my day.